Hello everyone, welcome back to Git and GitHub Zero to Hero series. My name is Funny Krishna, and in this video, we will see how to create the files in the working directory, how to move those files into staging area, and then how to commit them to move into a local repository. And then we will talk about best practices while we are committing the changes to the local repository. Okay. So in the last video, we created one repository, right? Let me get into that repository. This is the repository, right? And let us check the status of this repository first. Let me get into the git bash, or you can use a command prompt also. That's not an issue. Even you can use a PowerShell, you can use VS Code or whatever. Now let us check git status. Sorry, git status. Git status is the command to check the status of your repository. Like, is there any changes pending to be committed? Is there any changes or is there any files with changes that has to be moved into the staging area and all the things? Before getting into this, let me give you a quick overview about these staging areas. These all the staging area, local repository and working directory. What are those? What is a working directory first? Working directory is the current directory where you are creating the files. Then staging area is like a place where we can keep the files to move into, or files to be committed into a local repository. Because in your working directory there might be unnecessary files and all. I don't want to send all the unnecessary files into the repository, so first I will move them into the staging area. Out of 10 I can move only 3 or 4, depends on my requirement, and those files can be moved into a local repository where the files will be stored and tracked for changes the history along with the history. Like, what kind of history? Who modified, who changed, who committed, who deleted? Every information will be tracked by Git. Okay, so first what we do is, let us create a file. Because you are on the Windows machine, just if you are using a Linux machine, you can use a vi or something. As I am in the Windows machine, just directly I can go to the folder and create a file, or I will open a notepad. Create new text document. But to understand this better, we can create index.html, some kind of real project kind of a files, but that's okay. I will say file1.txt, and then I will add some data. Okay, so file1 was created by me, and let me save it. Now this file is in the working directory by default. This file is available in the working directory. Now what I do is, I open the git bash. Now let me clear the screen. To clear the screen, you can press Ctrl L. I will check git status. What is the message you can see? You are on main branch. No worries. No commits yet. There were no files committed to repository. And what is this? There are some untracked files. There are some files which are not tracked by Git yet. There are some files which are not yet tracked by Git yet. File1.txt means they are not in the station, because if the Git is tracking, those files can be moved to commit in the next commit. So first what we have to do, we need to create a file. Then you can check the status, like git status. Create a file and then do a git status, so that you can check what is the status of your repository. Then you have to stage the file. You have to stage the file means move the file, move the file from working directory to staging area. What is the command for that? Git add, git space add space file1.txt, the file name, so that the file can be moved from your working directory to staging area. Let us see that. Git add file1.txt. No error. Now let us check the git status again. So you are on branch main, no commits yet. There are no untracked files. There is a file called file1.txt, which is in the staging area. These staging area files can be committed in the next commit. If you don't want to keep that into the commit area, you can unstage also. You can unstage. You can see the command to unstage. Let me do that. Let us unstage. How to unstage? If you want to unstage a file, git rm what is the file name? File1.txt, so that the file will be moved from staging area to working directory again. Create the file, just you can do whatever the method you want, and then you can check the status. Then you can stage the file, means move the file from working directory to staging area. And to unstage the file, you can use this command. You can use this command to unstage. Let us see. Git rm space hyphen hyphen cached file1.txt. What happened now? Let us check the git status. The file1 was moved to working directory. Still the file1 is available in your repository, but it is not tracked by git. Okay, now we have to check the commit, so let us move that into staging area. There is another way to stage a file. This, or you can use git space add space a dot. What does the dot means? All the files will move to stage. All the files in your working directory will be moved to staging area. That is the meaning of git space add space a dot. Let us do that. Now let me check the git status. If you want to check that properly, let me create a few more files. Like we can see how we can move multiple files to staging area. Okay, let me say file 3, file 4, file 5. So as per the original command, you have to use git space add space file 2, git add file 3, git add file 4, git add file 5, right? But we can do git add star. Before doing that, let me check the git status. There are 4 files which are not tracked. So what I'm going to do is git space add space dot enter and done. Let me check the status. All files moved to staging area. Now, once you are done, you have to move all the files from staging to local repository. That is known as a commit. How to do that? If you want to do a commit, the command is git commit hyphen m comment, then file name, you can say file name in the sense file1.txt. So I am moving only the file1.txt to the commit area. Later we can see how can we move all the files from staging to commit area at a time also. Okay, right. So now let us see how to do this. Git commit hyphen m. I can say my first commit for file1.txt. some meaningful message. And here message is a mandatory. Commit message is a mandatory. And file1.txt. Enter and done. Let us check the Git status. Let me clear the screen. Git status. See, there are still 4 files which are not committed. Okay. So now the question is, can I commit all files? Can I commit all files like how we move to staging? Let us see. Git commit -m message all files moving from staging to commit area. What will happen if you press enter? Let us try. What happened? Done. So if you don't mention a specific file name, all the files from staging area to commit area will be automatically committed. Let us check the Git status. Let me clear the screen. Git status. See, on branch main, nothing to commit, working tree clean means there are no pending files to be committed. There are no pending files to be committed. Here, we need to understand one important thing about the commit message. You need to understand a simple thing about the commit message. So you are not supposed to say a message like, okay, my first commit, my second commit in the real time. So what we have to do here is in the real time, you have to use some recommended ways to enter the commit message or a comment, whatever. What are those? The first one is generally what we do is it must be a meaningful message about what this commit contains. Like let us say a login page updated or a new feature included into the project or something like contact us page added or something. And then the another one most commonly used thing is a ticket number. A ticket number. Like whenever you are working, you don't work blindly, right? If someone came to you and if they ask you like, okay, do this work, you don't do, right? What they do, they will create some tasks by using some Jira or something else, and they will assign that ticket to you, the Jira task or something. There is a ticket number. Let us say you are a developer, so that should be like dev 0123 ticket number, right? Then what we can say, uh, reset password feature. This kind of commit message we will use. This kind of commit message we use so that the other developers can understand what kind of changes have been updated in that particular commit. These are the best practices you must follow whenever you are doing a commit in the real world. That's all for the video. In the next video, we will work with some kind of logging, like a view history, like how to view the commits, how to check the logs, and graph view, and how to check the committed details, what changes were done, and all the things. If this video helped you, hit the like button and share it. See you in the next video. Thank you, everyone.